Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest on of war Soulstorm this side of East Yorkshire. And today we have got a 4 vs 4 on Doom Chamber. Playing on Team 1 as the Dark Eldar, we've got Gross Noob, we've got God, we've got Dozzy 236, and we've got Drozdy 35. Whereas on Team 2, playing as the Eldar, we've got Kroban Dallas, we've got Executioner, we've got this name right here, and we've got Rive Dref. Look at this! Casually found this faction war on the old Dawn of War replay website. Don't get to see faction wars very often, as they're not a very popular matchup to play, but definitely a favourite, I imagine, from a viewer's perspective, just because faction wars are really, really cool. I do wish I had more time to be able to play on the Discord and get some faction wars on the go, but sadly, life is just complicated, man. Life is very complicated at the moment. Long-time viewers of the channel will know that I used to do daily uploads way back when in the past, and used to be on the Discord quite a lot of times, but these days, now I'm a blooming head of department at school, so my life is just orientated towards a day job, I'm afraid. But if you guys have got any faction wars sitting in your old replay folder, feel free to send them into the Discord. Links in the description, as always. But yeah, Dark Eldar versus Eldar, quite an interesting matchup. Now, because of the map that we're on, you'll see that there's lots of these little ravines and, how would one say, little mountains and stuff. So Tier 2, Dark Eldar, have a very good time with their scourges jumping on over, especially, what's your name over here? Especially Dozzy jumping over into... Oh, sorry, no, you're not that one. Drozdy, there we go. Jumping over into this side, being able to do some damage to the Eldar over on this side. The Eldar do have the same kind of capacity with their Falcon grav tanks and such, but the early game is going to be quite dangerous for the Eldar. If the Drukhari go for a fistful of Mandrakes, infiltrate them, and then also get a couple of Reaver jet bikes, that'll be something fierce. But that being said, Kroban has gone for a front line of support platforms, and you might be thinking, Mr. Landshot, you always say don't bother with turrets or this amount of turrets on the front lines because they're only going to die, but I suppose from the Eldar perspective, if they can get the D cannons on them, the AoE damage does damage to all the Reaver jet bikes, and hitting one once kills them. It's a one-hit, one-kill kind of scenario with those D cannons and the Reaver jet bikes. It's not a terrible idea, but actually, the Eldar are being a bit aggressive on this side. First to draw blood with the Ranger squad. Not quite sure about the Rangers in this matchup, considering that you will just get chased around until you get the infiltration. And the Mandrakes have got the shiny eye upgrade, so they will be able to spot any infiltration on the go for them. But hey-ho, forces the enemy to invest in upgrades they wouldn't otherwise necessarily would want to get. And if only one Eldari is going for the Ranger opening, then that's not so bad, I suppose. Dark Eldar capturing the only relic on the map, which is central. We have already got a squad of Scourges from Gross Noob, so quite an expensive opening. Yeah, just, like I said, just being able to jump right on top. Every time defense comes over, they just run away. Huge Eldari mass in the centre of the board. Mandrakes stabbing around the Guardians. They've only got a Warlock in there, so infiltration won't be doing them any favours. Beautiful selection of colour schemes as well. Is this Japanese? Or is it I mean, I don't know. Again, long-time viewers of the channel will know I can read Hangul pretty well, but that's the only other alphabet I can, and that's more than I think is necessary. I've learned one extra alphabet. It's a shame that Korean players don't tend to gravitate towards Dawn of War, considering that StarCraft is still a thing. And if they do, they don't tend to write their own names in it. But you know, it's interesting that we're actually able to see these letters now. Didn't used to be the case. Did not used to be the case at all. Anyway, the central Tower of Loathing has been taken down. The Eldar going right on the offensive, going very heavy into Tier 1, but they had no choice otherwise. The Dark Eldar in Tier 1 are an absolute menace. And so they've, I assume, decided to go quite heavy in the Guardians. Hopefully they've gone for a fair helping of plasma grenades for them, which will massively help them kill the Scourges. Got to be really careful. Cannot be caught out of position, as the Guardians will fall down dead pretty down quickly. Can also make use of their webway gates as well. One, just to make sure they're defending all their different areas. There we go. Webway gate being placed here. Ideally want one near the front lines as well, so you can batter between the two. Scourges now being chased away by a whole mass of Dark Reapers. And where are the Reaver jet bikes are over here. So Dresdy is the man who's invested in the Reaver jet bikes, but while the Eldar are in such a block, not sure if it's going to be enough. Need to see if they can take out the odd unit here or there. And the whole mass is going to focus on chasing after this one dude. Oh, lad, he doesn't realise what's coming. He's just, there we go. Quick! Charge in! Die with honour. I mean, it's quite hard to kill a Drukhari, isn't it? Because as long as one piece of them survives, they can regenerate that body back at Kamara. If I'm understanding the Drukhari lore correctly. I could be wrong, as I am known and want to be. There's a lot of Eldari coming in, and just a small amount of Reaver jet bikes. I do believe that they have gone for their mass upgrade, increase the amount of damage they can do quite well, all jumping in the heavy cover, keeping them alive, but even then, they go down pretty quickly. Focus fire in the ranges of all things. Is that to give the Scourge a little bit more room to not break the morale? Well, didn't do much. Didn't do much at all. Now going for some regular warriors. A lot of DPS from those guys.
Back into the fray.
But they do die pretty quickly. There's an Archon moseying around. Doesn't see those ranges though, which is very, very frustrating, I imagine. Oh, Gross, just stay back. Use your Towers of Loathings to your full potential. You've got time. You've got friends. That being said, Executor is coming on down over this side. Mind you, it's only Guardians, so they might be able to actually fend them off with a small amount of firepower. And they actually do, which is quite surprising. Oh, go on, put pressure on. Choose war, not peace. That's how you win Dawn of War. That clue's in the name. The clue is in the name. The Eldari now getting into that tier 2, so not only have they invested a lot of forces and economy into a large army in the early game, but they've now starting to get their bigger and better tools. It's going to be even harder for the Dark Eldar to really deal with this. Yeah, those fire dragons are going to be a real problem. Well, they will focus fire on them, see if they can get them down, but that's not helping them. Got Guardians charging into close combat for reasons beyond my ken, not sure why. Can't tie up a Reaver jet bike, that's not how they work. Lovely focus fire. Down over here we've got double Scourges doing damage to Rivendreth's base. He's got some guys moving through the webway gate there. And the sheer amount of it, is that double Dark Reapers? That is double Dark Reapers. That scares away the Scourges. But that's delayed the advance over onto this side. Like I say, those webway gates are going to make or break the Eldari advance and defense. Scourges, not sure what they're trying to achieve here. Oh, they're tying up the Guardians so then the Reaver jetbikes can finish him off. Very nice stuff. It looked like quite a dangerous assault going on over here, but the fire dragons have been killed. The siege of Gross Noob, which I assume is German for big noob. But again, that's another language I'm not going to learn. I did say that I was going to try and learn German, but I'll be honest, I just gave up. Gave up. Just can't be bothered, man.
We are under enemy fire.
He's not doing much damage to those Reaver jet bikes. Big assault. Looks like that the Drukhari are trying to break their way free. Got the piercing vision on the warriors. They can spot those rangers. AoE damage from the electric storm of the Farseer. Not quite enough to break out. I mean, there's a 2v1 situation going on here. Mind War on the Archon. That's going to get him down. Oh no, he survives. We've got a sliver of his health. Eldar pushing in, potentially maybe overextending themselves. AoE morale breaking going on here. And someone, just help! An ally, come forward! Assist! This poor man is trying his best. The resources available to him. Another morale breaking thing going on. There we go. Reaver jetbike swanning on in. There is a Viper there. And the Viper does AoE damage with its missile launcher. Will they realise in the nick of time?
Incoming enemy fire.
Here he comes. They've spotted the webway gate. They kill it, so there's going to be no fast reinforcements for the Eldari here. Scourges have been brought down to very low numbers. Here we come, a fully fledged fleet. If you pardon the alliteration. But they need to do something ASAP. They're just hovering around. Get in there. There we go. Gosh, like the cavalry of old. Like Gandalf at the Battle of Helm's Deep. They come forward. They'll focus on the fire dragons first and foremost. But the AoE damage from the Viper. Here are the Raiders there. And they've also got some warriors on top as well. Just when you thought that the Drukhari were going to abandon their own. Not today. Suffering is friendship or something. That's the motto. Now got an infiltrate webway gate, so they can continuously throw down more guys if they want to, or escape, which is probably the most likely thing that they want to do here. So now the witches are coming forward. Good lord. Our dragons breaking down that raider, but even the Farseer broken down. Well, slain really. Oh, where's my camera going? I apologise for that. No one's getting vertigo from my camera work. Yeah, that was very exciting. That could have gone either way. Without ally support, Gross would have gone down. But he survives. He even says thank you. Manners maketh the man, don't you know? Oh god, that Viper being a real pain in the backside. So now this is danger scenario. So we've got quite a sizable amount of Eldari left on Earth, but have you been taking up with the same kind of Vic? Yeah, you have. You have Eldar over here. Oh, you've got the thermoplasma generator. Always good to see. Howling Banshees, interesting choice. I don't think the Howling Banshees are going to win up against the witches there. Now with the Drukhari having access to the map once again, running riot across the battlefield. Good lord. Got the green Eldar for a lot of plasma generators. Used to build up more webway gates, more vehicles. Ah, that was unfortunate. But he knows there's a bit of scouting going on. Howling Banshees have been stunned by the Archon. Terror grenades also been thrown in. Other ability he's got where he's able to turn troops against themselves. Completely forget what it's called now. What about a fire prism? You don't normally see those guys. And a mighty avatar from Executor. All those warriors have been sliced open, turned into a shish kebab. Triple support platforms been broken down very quickly by those witches, and just the fleet of Reaver jet bikes. Normally they fall off towards the late game, but I suppose in a match like this where you've got a lot of room to manoeuvre. And their survivability does increase quite somewhat. We've got a couple of... Oh, where are you going? Goodbye. My people need me. Yeah, but a pesky webway get on the back lines. It's not what you want to see. I mean, the Eldar can just flit between the front lines and the back lines as and when they need, whereas the Dark Eldar don't quite have that luxury. They also don't have the option to build turrets inside their base, so that's a problem. A mass of fire dragons coming forth from the webway. So those Reaver jet bikes aren't going to be having the best of times now. A lot of warriors and infiltrated mandrakes, all armed with their poison blades. Avatar doing a really good job at just holding that central point, forming the linchpin of the formation. It is linchpin, isn't it? For years I called it linchpin, not realising I was wrong. And now the Eldari are struggling there, but the one thing that Eldar don't really have en masse is AoE damage for infantry. I mean, they've got the Viper with the missile launcher, I suppose the Fire Prism, but like other factions have got a massive artillery. I mean, so odd. Whole bunch of them. In fact, ignore everything I just said there. We also have the Eldar pushing on Gross Noob once again. It's so unfortunate.
Thank you for delivering.
We're doing a cracking job in defence, but I mean, where are your boys at the moment? Oh, you don't have anything. If you're trying to get replacements for your men, that's a bit sad. The witch is trying to avoid close combat with the Avatar Kid. I don't really blame him. Oh no! Goodbye, friends. Oh, that's sad. You try and build something else. Build a production structure somewhere else. Live. It's quite a cool banner as well. Do like that. Now the Eldar using their trickery to get ahead of things. Not the end of the world, though. 3v4 is entirely doable. I mean, hell, we've seen a 2v4 victory in the past. Just needs to strike in the right place at the right time. Drukhari aren't giving up. Up for the fight. Here comes God himself with a squad of Archons. Well, an Archon with a squad of Incubi attached to him. You only get one Archon, that's kind of the rule. A mighty fine job all the same. Look at that. Once again defending. Well, the Archon is making a slow way on over down towards Drozdi's base. The Seer Council, a mean, mighty unit in close combat. Also a fistful of Vipers just to counteract the Reaver jet bikes. Got a string of Drukhari coming over. More Howling Banshees again. Lovely and interesting choice, but just don't see them getting much headway in yet. Screaming their heart's content out. Viper's thinking about coming back to help defend, but I mean, that knockback will do them more damage than good, really. And Drozd lose. This is what? Where was Drozd? No! Oh, no! Why leave? Oh, what a shame! That's such a shame, man. Your ally put so much effort into defending against all odds, and then some Eldar knock at your front door, and then you decide to leave. Oh, what a pain! Oh, that's so sad. Abandoning the war effort even there. You still had plenty of opportunity. Well, as I say, still all to play for, potentially. The mighty Talos. Look at him go. He loves it. Will he kill anything? There we go. One Dark Reaper. He gets him down. One Dark Reaper, man. That's a high value Talos right there. Oh, beautiful. Explosion of an electrical kind from the Farseer. The mass of Eldari is just too much to bear, really. That is a lot. Do we have much in the way of an army going onward over here? I mean, well, poor, what's your face? Poor Grosny, we've got no economy to play with, really. You're doing... Yeah, you're fine, you've got quite a sizable thing. Not so much you there. You probably do with building some vehicles. Oh, you've got a Dark Foundry. Build more then. That's my highly recommended stratagem. Cheese, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not cheese, is it? You just had a ally with weak IRL morale. And once again, they jump in, they jump out from the webway. The Avatar has decided, right, okay, well, he's dead, so now I can now go to the next one. Ringing the proverbial door. And I wasn't expecting this, to be honest. I was expecting the Drukhari to get a map-wide control very early. The Eldar play quite defensive, and then gradually over time, if they survive, then go on the offensive. But no, the Eldar was quite aggressive from the get-go. As I say, those webways. On this map in particular, quite useful. If it was a more open plan map, might have been a completely different story. I've got the Archon attempting to slay the Avatar. He's got all the incubi. Might actually do it. This is the last final FU to their goody two-shoes cousins. Oh, the morale's broken. Going on the acid. Like a green bath. The Raiders. But then the... no, it's not going to work out. Mighty Soulstorm, but a little bit too little too late. Now, a couple of Soulstorms much earlier on in the game would have been amazing. We did not see much use of the Dark Eldar's global abilities. It's a real shame. Well, I mean, if you've got 4 Dark Eldar, that's 4 potential Soulstorms every couple of minutes. The Ravager's now out. Soul Cage as well. And the Warp Beasts. Yeah, they're going to just hold on a little bit longer. But a mighty last stand all the same. That Reaper's keeping their distance from the Warp Beasts. Warp Beasts have turned their attention to themselves. Munching on their own flesh. The blooming homunculus sat right in the middle with his torture ramp, slowing everyone down. Standing defiant. He shan't give up. Well, I do believe another player is left. Yep. The Avatar takes another victim. And so too do the last of the Dark Eldar, now falling foul to the Vipers. So yeah, so a bit disappointing towards the end. Still, I think a very good match. Shows the... I mean, certainly showcased the strengths of the Eldar in a team game if you go for a mass of them. And while he did lose his soul towards the end, massive props to this chap here for holding on for as long as he could and not giving up. Really shows that if you just... I mean, like I say, if all players had that mindset, the amounts of games that could be turned around in the last moment would be outstanding. But neither here nor there, that is the game for you. So cheers, boys and girls, for watching at home. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week. And there is also a Discord, where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. My name's been Mr. Landshot. Pleasure's always never short. And I'll see you in a bit. Peace.